Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be going back to the Young Philly case. Now, I've already made like so many videos on this case already, so I recommend watching those videos before this one because at least you'll get a better picture of what's going on. This video is going to focus more on the victim than Young Philly because police reports have not officially revealed who the victim is. But a post on Twitter claims the woman who accused Young Philly of sexually assaulting her in a hotel room in Perth is a sex worker slash OF model named Emma Burns. And if you're wondering, this is what she looks like. And there are a lot of pictures online, if you look her name up, of her just like half naked and showing like her like chest off. Now, I don't know about you, but to me it seems like she probably does OF. So it seems like that claim is true. She's also been outed by her friends and known ones who have accused Burns of faking the entire situation to exploit Young Philly, probably for a monetary profit gain, I assume. A woman has also claimed that Emma, who is in her 20s, and Philly were partying together in Hillary's Bar 1 nightclub in Perth on the night she made the accusation, with Emma texting her to tell her that Philly had decided to pay her for intercourse. No, I think the woman that's claiming all this, I think her name is Big G on TikTok. She made a whole video exposing Emma Burns. Which, before I even say anything, I don't really know if I even trust her. Because honestly, the video just seems like she's just trying to get in Philly's pants. I don't know why, but it just seems that way. Like, first of all, she does not show any evidence that they were friends in the first place. And she also doesn't show any proof of the text messages. Which I feel like it would be easy to prove these things if you had them. Which I think she actually did make a lot of good and interesting points, which will be brought up later, because she is going to come back into the story. Emma is also claimed to have pulled the same stunt on Bryson Taylor, but failed to push his case because of lack of evidence.
Hey bro, I got an update from Australia. You're gonna wanna hear this one, my guy. Someone from Perth hit me up and imagine he showed me the girl. You see this girl? I'm not gonna post her picture because of legal reasons, bro. I am not a dickhead. I'm a bit of a prick. Anyways, so this girl, bro, first of all, let me just say something, yeah? Get this out of the way. I'm gonna say it as nice as possible. You know, for a while, I've seen on social media that black men and a certain type of female, it always ends up wrong. I never knew about this. I've seen it recently, and now seeing this is like, whoa. You're probably getting the gist of what I'm saying. Now let me read this. So this guy's friend told him that this girl tried to do this to Bryson Tiller when he came to Perth as well, and they didn't follow through because there wasn't enough evidence. I was like, what? So Philly been set up? Yeah, bro. I was like, damn, we gotta free him up, bro. That's why you would want to know. Oh yeah, because no one knows about this, bro. No one's saying this anyways. Because I'll be real, my guy. You know him as a real guy. I used to watch Philly. You know when he was coming up, I used to fuck with him. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that same thing, you know, when a person blows and then they change. In my eyes. But anyways, bro, this is real shit straight out of Perth, my guy. You know, man's international now. Obviously, if you want the picture, stay tuned in. Someone is bound to release it. Then obviously we can as well.
I mean, I can't lie, the way the British people talk sound painful. Now, I have literally no idea how this accusation even came up that Bryson Taylor was also a victim of Emma Burns. Or, you know, I guess the other way around. It doesn't really matter in this situation. So it seems like there's not really much evidence behind this claim. Like, I cannot lie. It could just be made up. Because if you're going to make a claim that Emma Burns has done this to other people, or you have a friend who's friends with Emma Burns, then you need evidence, okay? Because, like, how am I supposed to believe that? Like, you could just be straight up lying. And I don't even know what reason, just because you can say you're the one that spreaded that information. So I feel like that claim's a little bit loose. Do I think she's an OF model? I think so. I feel like there's enough evidence. It could very much well be a possibility. But if you're wondering who Bryson Taylor is, for those who don't know, he is an American singer and rapper who got popular for songs like Don't or Exchange. Now, I kind of wish this guy would at least confirm that Emma Burns also accused him of R-word too. But he probably has no idea that this is even going on. He's pretty famous, honestly. So if it's true that Emma Burns is a sex worker, and Philly actually paid her for you know, then her friend's original story doesn't add up, because her friend claims that Philly forced her to have intercourse with her, where supposedly a friend of the victim shares her side of the story of what went down that night, and honestly, it did not make no sense. Which, if you remember that story, the victim went back to wherever she was staying at, and her friend stayed at the nightclub, and she caught young Philly like all up on another girl, so she texted the victim, you know, saying that Philly, you know, is kind of cheating on her. And the victim came back to the club, and as Young Philly was leaving the club, they were arguing all the way to Young Philly's car. And as Young Philly was getting in, he told her to leave multiple times, and she didn't leave. In fact, she even got into the car. And both of them literally went inside the hotel room together. And then that's when it happened. Well, Philly actually asked, you either take off your clothes or leaving. So maybe he paid for like one more nights. And I'm sure that since she's like an OF model and a sex worker, that's a normal thing for her. Which on God, that story does make a lot more sense than what the friend was saying. Because if you're actually in distress, you wouldn't go into the car with the guy, go back to the hotel, enter the hotel room, and he literally gives you an option to leave, but instead you have intercourse with him. But who knows, maybe they're both lying. Or maybe young Philly did pay for it, and he started choking her for some reason and wouldn't let go. Or if it is true that Emma Burns is a OF model and a sex worker, then why did she delete all her social medias when it was supposedly found out to be her? Probably because she knows that it would make her look bad, I assume. Now, it seems like there's not much evidence to back up these claims, besides a woman who claims to be friends with Emma Burns, which is Big Rue, and since that claim, she has not posted any proof that they were friends, or any evidence of any text messages, which I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to do if you guys were friends. But I do want to at least look at like 2 minutes from her video that I thought was interesting. So here we go.
Oh, but what about the assault charges? Let's be for real. Those assault charges came from him choking her. We are all grown on this app. Well, I hope we are all grown. Some females, including myself, and I'm sure some of you guys watching this, we get choked during sex. We get some other foul things during sex. We may not think it's foul. We find it attractive. Some other people are not necessarily into those things. Emma is clearly into that.
So she claims that Emma Burns is into getting choked, which if you're an OF model or a stripper or whatever, like a sex worker, you probably are into that, and probably way worse. So that part is true if the accusation is true that she is those things. Now, there could be 2 arguments made here, one defending and one against. Now, first, let's look at the defending one. If she's into it, and Philly most likely did choke her during intercourse, she can now take a picture of that and use that against him in court. Now, the against argument is that maybe he was mad at her and he choked her and didn't let go, like he was being too rough. That can also very much well be a reason. Now, with the choking, we have no idea what happened behind those doors. Philly could have choked her consensually or unconsensually. I at least feel like the intercourse part, it was consensual. Philly could very much well be innocent or guilty here.
You knew the agreement when you were going into that hotel. You knew what you were there to do. You knew the man didn't want anything with you after. How is it possible that he would want anything after that? He is from the United Kingdom. He was here to perform and go back to his everyday life. But instead, you have ruined that for him.
I feel like this part is actually not a bad argument, because maybe she actually did like young Philly, but young Philly was obviously just using her for one thing, which was, intercourse, which would make a lot of sense why she develop this plot. And obviously the other reason would be monetary gain. And if you think her being an OnlyFans model does not matter, then you're just stupid. You're wrong. It does matter. Now, why does it matter, you say? Because I feel like if you're willing to stoop that low to sell your body online for quick cash, then what else are you willing to do for some quick cash? And I'm sure that a lot of your morals are all out of whack, because how can you have morals when you're in an industry like that? Maybe it was for revenge for breaking her heart or something. Maybe she did it out of pettiness. Now, as I was editing this video, I did find a screenshot of Emma Burns' OnlyFans account. I'm not sure this is OnlyFans. I've never actually been on OnlyFans. Or at least it's a website like OnlyFans. So honestly, I do think Emma Burns could very much well be the girl that accused Young Philly of R-wording her. Because 1, obviously, again, why did she delete all her social medias? And 2, you could have made a statement saying that this wasn't you. You weren't the one that accused Philly of doing, sort of this makes me believe that it is actually her. And it seems like she's trying to hide her identity. There's also like a small group of people claiming that it's actually not Emma Burns and her name is Ella. I have no idea where they even got the name Ella from, because there's no proof that that's even her name. But I'll read you the Reddit thread anyways. I've hearing stuff about the alleged accuser Young Philly that her name is Ella. I don't know why people online are saying her name is Emma Burns and she is a stripper and has OnlyFans accounts. I don't know if this is true and has a VIP reservation to Young Philly's concert. And even her friends are saying that she's lying about Young Philly's case and that she's previously accused an American rapper called Bryson Tiller. But this case was thrown out for not enough evidence. I'm sure that this is true. I'm just saying that I've seen these mentioned, especially on Twitter. One guy posted this in Reddit too. Is he innocent? I know that a girl that accused him and has been confirmed by some of her friends. She has deleted all social media since. This isn't the first time that this has happened, but the first time it's gone this far. She had tried doing this to Bryson Taylor with no luck. I knew her personally in high school, and I had dated her briefly. Yeah, this is not true. I don't think a Redditor is dating someone like that. She used to be a loving, church-going girl until she moved away, got into the wrong crowd, and became a girl nothing like she was. She has VIP at the bar Philly performed at. Now, going back to the original Reddit thread, someone else is defending her, so here's that. Nothing is verified on her identity. People are weird and like to put out stuff to try to defend people in situations like this. Even if this woman having an OF doesn't lean any way to her lying. It's children and malformed young adults that think like that in this weird space. But this guy cannot spell. Grammar, my guy, grammar, please, please, grammar. If anything, being a sex worker for her income would point away from being a liar. That's a false accusation. Would literally be the worst thing for her business. Those people are trying to muddy the water and saying what she's doing is for fame and attention. I'm not reading all that. Where do you think fame comes from? Do you think the attention that comes from this is good? Even after going through courts. And if he is found guilty, she will only get a majority of negative attention. Well, that's just completely false because we know that if she does win this case, she'll get money. And I don't think she's doing this for the fame at all. I think that she's doing this for the money and out of pettiness and revenge because Philly broke her heart. So there's at least a motive why she's doing this. And if young Philly's found guilty, majority of people would support her. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think we have to look at this whole like Reddit thread. It's just this guy spilling nonsense, you know. Don't want to waste your guys' time. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video and subscribe for any more Young Philly update videos. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.